Welcome to Men-Tal-k with Akil Ordain. This has been a wonderful week for me. Today, I've had the opportunity to go out there and start Men's Mental Health Month on the right foot. June is Men's Mental Health Month. And today is the 1st of June. I was able to go out there and fulfill at a different level something I spoke about earlier. Something I've given you guys the advice to go and do. And I'm excited. About 2 episodes back, we spoke about male friendship, male community, male bonding, and how it's not a want, it's not a need, but it's a lifeline. And today on June the 1st, I was able to go out there and do exactly that. And it's something that allowed me to basically step out my comfort zone. Because, why I say I stepped out my comfort zone? Because I never did this something, what I did today, I never did it before. So, a past person on the podcast, a past guest on the podcast, Gad was here, and he has something called the Dear Men Project. And he and I are in constant contact, is forming a men's community. For the same reason, for men's mental health. And what better day that could have been done than June the 1st, where we started Men's Mental Health Month, because June is Men's Mental Health Month. Today we went on an ATV ride with North Riders TT, and it was only men, about 8 or 9 of us, and this person he brought, shared it out, and from different spheres. Plenty of us were not able, it was the first time we were meeting each other. However, we had an excellent time. There were persons at different levels in business, etc. Persons who are not accustomed coming out of their homes. So this was outside their comfort zone. It was even outside of mine, because there was a time I was trying to set up something exactly like this, where a group of friends could go and do the ATV riding, because I saw it as a fun adventure. But today, it was even taken to another level. We went Taripero, and the ride, the nature trail, was beautiful. And there were history in there, and to have that power under you sit down on top of that powerful machine and just go in. And we were well guided by the owners and the tour guides of the North Riders TT. It was fun. And why was it fun? Because when you're doing something like that, all you can do is take in what it is you're doing. Just take it in. Nothing else mattered. Once you are there, it was just about the scenery, the greenery, that ATV that you are riding, and just looking around just like this, up and down, around, to get that level of satisfaction. Because before we took off, God said, hey, this is something, just try to enjoy it. And that's what we were here to do, to enjoy it. Everyone who came there could have been doing something else, and we had a talk before. And yes, we as men don't take time for ourselves. What we do, we make time for everyone else. We are everyone else's superhero, but we need to be our own superhero. And when we talk about fitness, fitness is not just about a physical thing. Fitness is up here. Fitness starts with emotional fitness, mental fitness. And that's where the name Men-Talk 2 came from. Men, mental talk, men talk, and men talk too. Basically, mental talk, men talk, and we have something to say too. And part of the whole entire process is about being able to communicate, being able to have that sound peace of mind. Because you can't do anything if you are not good for yourself. And that's what today was all about. And imagine riding through there, the rain came down and made my glasses when the rain took over. Sometimes we couldn't see properly, but we still made it because the focus was there. You could think nothing else but how to ride this, the nature, following the trails, and you're not even studying about the work you had to do, what you left home. All the problems that was on your mind were no longer there. It may have been there when you started, but 2 minutes into the ride, that was immediately out of there. And these are the things men need to do for themselves. Do things, and I spoke about this 2 episodes back. We need to do things for us. You need to do things to give yourself that breather. Give yourself that reset. Find something, and not only do you reset it, sometimes it helps give you purpose, a different set of purpose. So sports bring men together all the time, not just watching it. And yesterday was the Champions League final, PSG won. But it's not just about watching, it's about being actively involved. And when you are actively involved in something, you feel that. And every so often, you have this close-knit community where you're not only coming to play, but you're actually coming to help one another. And we are helping one another by being there for one another. By helping one another understand that, hey brother, I'm there for you. Because some of the guys there said, one of the guys especially said, he almost cancelled because this is what he accustomed doing. Get dressed and know he has to go somewhere, get dressed and just change his mind. What he said after the ride was he was glad that 1, he was invited, and 2, he did not cancel, because this was the escape he needed and didn't know he needed. And all these are successful men in their own right, doing different things, have families from various age groups. And the thing about it is something we need to learn to do. We need to learn to be our brother's keeper more. And apart from being our brother's keeper, we need to be our own keeper. It is said, and I repeat this numerous times on the podcast, on the radio program, it is said that men take longer to recover from grief. We bury it, we suppress it. Whatever the grief is, it could be divorce, it could be separation, it could be the death of a loved one, we suppress it. And when it starts to come out, it starts to come out as anger. We no longer want to be angry. We don't want to be angry. Let's find a new normal. We need to find a new normal. And this was a step. It was amazing. I spoke about it. And this is something out of my comfort zone. Something I've never done. It's not just about out of my comfort zone. It's about doing something you may have never done. I always wanted to do it. I tried planning it for Easter. It did not happen. However, it happened today. And I believe nothing happens before its time. And many times I say that, but it's hard. Sometimes it's very hard to keep that, to say nothing happens before its time, and actually believe it most times. Because we want things to happen when we want it to happen. But why I say nothing happens before it's time? If I did it in Easter, it may not have had the same significance that it had today. And why I'm saying that is because today, June the 1st, started something magnificent. Started something that the program that I am doing, this show, this movement, because it's beyond the show, it's a movement. Men-Tal-k too, it's a movement. Started off as a podcast. We are on the lab radio now every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 8 to 10 p.m. where we share persons, share information. We share information. Come out there, you call, you message, and the different topics that you want to discuss as men. I do interviews sometimes, speak to other persons, go and do the research and bring it back and share it with you. Some of the things that you guys don't want to speak about, that people may say taboo or come down you, I'm speaking about it for you based on what you send it to me. Apart from speaking about it for you, I'll give you new ideas, ways to deal with it. So it's not about only speaking about it. It's about results. It's about giving you advice and giving you proven things that has worked, proven methods that have worked in the past that you are able to employ to become the best version of yourself. That's what this is all about. Being our brother's keeper. And even if I don't get to change the entire world, the journey of 1,000 miles started with the first step. So once I touch one person every week, and that one person eventually will go on and touch another person, and the cycle will continue and continue. And just now, you will be able to see a shift. You need to see a shift. You'll see more and more men becoming the best versions of themselves. And they wouldn't be pushing other people along, they'll be pulling other persons up with them and carrying them with them. Because why? Once you reach that point, once you are at that point, you know what you feel? Hey, up here is nice. You move from here and you reach up there. Up here is nice. Why not bring some other persons with me? And what you'll do? You'll carry other persons with you. And that's the beauty. That will be the beauty of it. You will be able to take other persons on that journey with you in healthy ways. We don't always have to run to the bar. We don't always have to run to the bottle. No, that's not what this is about. This is about healthy ways of discussion, creating that healthy community for you, and for me. And why I say for me, when I go out there and do the research, I learn even more. I find things that I was not aware of, and the research could simply mean sitting down and speaking to someone and bringing them on the show too for you. I need to bring them so you will understand that it's not just me alone. So I will show you some of the stuff that we have done. I'll try to show you that within. However, let's get started with Mental Health Month. June is Men's Mental Health Month. And because June is Men's Mental Health Month, I want you to do something. I want us to all commit to doing something different that will improve our mental health. Improve this in this month of June. I want all of us to commit to that. I want us to commit to that. really and truly. So what can we do differently for this month, starting from today? What can we do to improve our mental health? Is it starting to exercise? And starting to exercise may be difficult, but one of the fellows said today his vice is the gym. When he puts on that headset so on his head and he goes into the gym, nothing else matters. He spent an hour, 2 hours there, and when he comes out there, he feels refreshed. Nothing else bothers him when he's there. Is that going to be you? We need to do something to improve our mental health. Is it that we take 10 minutes for ourselves on a daily basis, half an hour for ourselves on a daily basis? Is it that how we incorporate that time for ourselves would be going for a walk 3 times a week? Every day is something we need to do every day. I want us to commit to doing something for yourself, for your mental health every single day. And we can start small. Let's start with 10 minutes for yourself. Take 10 minutes to improve your mental health every day. And let me give you some things you can do. Some examples. You can read. One, you can read. You can read. And it's simple. Get some books to bring you knowledge. Write some books to bring you knowledge. Something you always wanted to do and you have never done. Get the book. There are audio books now. There's books you can read online. For those of you who are interested in that, get something and do. That's one. Two, we can meditate. Sit by yourself and try to clear your mind. Meditation works. Meditation helps. Three, you can talk to God a little more every day, and that will improve your mental health. Speak to Him like I'm speaking to you openly. That's between you and Him. Four, you can exercise. You can exercise 10 minutes a day. Go for a walk, skip, some squats. Part of the 5, get in contact with Mother Earth. And whilst you get in contact with Mother Earth, you can incorporate that in exercise and meditation. You can sit on the ground. You can stand barefooted on the ground. You can even lie on the ground. And you can even do this while talking to God and connect and feel that energy. It's a different energy, you know. It is truly a different energy when you connect on that deep spiritual level with the earth. Another thing you can do is eat healthier. Because eating healthier not only nourishes the body, but it nourishes the mind. And when we nourish the mind, that is mental health. That is mental health. That's what we're speaking about in this month. June, Men's Mental Health Month. I want you to be just as excited as I am to do something for yourself. Take the time. Take the 10 minutes a day. And it's not plenty. It's just 10 minutes. 10 minutes a day. 10 for this. To improve this. When you improve your mental health, you'll be surprised how everything else in your life is going to improve. Trust me when I tell you this. Improve your mental health, and you are going to be surprised at how everything else in your life has improved. Why is that? You may be smiling more. You may be less stressed. You may be seeing things clearly now that you may not have been seeing before. Because why? You commit to sleeping for 20 more minutes or going in your bed earlier to getting more sleep. That will improve your life, and eventually it will have a ripple effect and improve the life of your loved ones. A good mental health can add years to your life. When you are not right up here, trust me, as a man, we take on the world on our shoulders and our brain goes a mile a minute sometimes. But if you are not right mentally, and mental health is a serious thing, and not right mentally don't mean you are a crazy person. It just means that everything that you're processing doesn't leave you feeling comfortable enough. And I use the word enough because there are things that don't leave us feeling fully comfortable, but we could be comfortable with it. But what we are doing, what we need to do, what we need to do is go out there, go out there and do things for yourself. Find that community. But before that, for this month, I need you to commit to yourself, not to me. Commit to yourself that you are going to do something for yourself for at least 10 minutes every day to improve your mental health. Write it down. Add it as you have your diary that you put your daily routine in and things you have to do your meeting. Journal it in. Write it in. If you have your secretary, your personal assistant who plans your day, let them write it in there. It could be at lunchtime during the day, your custom eating at your desk. Not for this month. Or even if you eat at your desk, you don't start back to work one time. You have an hour for lunch, half an hour for lunch, you finish eating 10-15 minutes, go for a walk for the other 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Come out of the office every day. Go stretch your legs. That improves circulation and it gives you a break from the monotony of work. Mental health is a big thing these days. However, fixing your mental status can be as easy as 1, 2, 3. Because some of the simple things in life we overlook when we are going through what we are going through. Because we end up focusing heavily on this thing that we are going through. So we don't really pay too much attention to what is coming after. And boy, oh boy, that may not be the right thing for us to do because it leads us down the wrong path most times. I must say, for this month, June 2025, let's have an exciting time with Men's Mental Health Month. Let's take this time to improve our mental state by doing something daily, something small, something that may seem insignificant daily. And once a week, do something a little grand. For example, you have a group you used to go and play football with and no longer playing football. Once a week you join them. It will help. Go take a sweat, take a run. People inviting you to go and exercise with them. Once a week join it. That's a big ticket item. Do a big ticket item once a week. But every day we embark on a small ticket item. Exercise personally, meditate. You stop eating by your desk or staying by your desk for the whole day. You eat and then you get up and go and take a walk. You spend 10 minutes a day by yourself. That's the small ticket items. 10 minutes a day by yourself, clearing your mental. That's all I need. You to promise yourself. I'm doing it. Today I did that with the ATV ride. We got soaked in the rain. And one of the guys said, you know what this felt like? You know how long I haven't gone out there and played in the rain? Because that was the feeling, the nostalgia of being a child again. And that's when you know you actually enjoyed yourself. We go back to that childhood experience because that childhood experience was carefree and filled with so much emotions, happy emotions, that it brought that back alive today in the fresh, clean, serene nature. If you want to hike to different places, hiking once a month, that could be a big ticket item for the week. But at the end of June, we need to come back. We need to come out of June better than we go in. I'm speaking to you today. Today is June the 1st. And I'm glad I started off this way. I wasn't even aware that June is Men's Mental Health Month. But I just went out there. And I just want to thank God was there, the DMN project. Go look him up on Instagram, TikTok. He's doing some great work. Because there isn't enough of us out there doing this. Women, and we always say this, women have that circle, that community that helps them. What men have? Nothing. Because we were brought up being told, deal with stuff for yourself. And where has that gotten us? To implode, then to explode. We're seeing a lot of domestic violence. For example, I read in the news today or yesterday that a man in Mayaro, he chopped his wife, then he chopped his son, he set the house on fire, and he killed himself. If he had that outlet, or that group of men, or that circle, it may have been able to prevent all that. And sometimes that's all that missing, and this is what we are trying to do. And anyone who is trying to shape that mental health of the male, of the man, I'm in full support of them. And we should always try to work together with each other. Because you can't do it alone, I can't do it alone. But together, we reach a bigger circle than if we do it alone. So this was Men-Tal-k with Akil Ordain. But before I leave, I would like to reiterate, for this Men's Mental Health Month, from June the 1st to June the 30th, I would like you to do 10 minutes a day for yourself, every day for the week. And we agreed to this when we met after we finished the ATV ride with Kat and the crew. We agreed the 10 minutes a day, and I'm adding one more thing to it. One big ticket item for the month. For the week, sorry. One big ticket item. That could be an hour or two for yourself. So, as usual, it's nice talking to you. It's nice sharing with you. And I look forward to meeting you again next week. May it be on your way to work, when you're home. I just want to thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak to you. Men, women who care about the men in their lives. Help them do this. This was Men-Tal-k with Akil Ordain. Have a great day.